What's going on, everybody? It is Chris from Out West with Chris, and today I want to talk to you about a tactical pen. So there are a ton of tactical pens out on the market, and we're going to chat about this one, talk about some of its features, some things that I think could have been done differently to make it even better, and we're just going to generally talk about what makes up this pen from Under Control Tactical. So before we get too far down the rabbit hole, a few weeks ago, the company Under Control Tactical contacted me and said, hey, we'd like for you to review a few of our items on your YouTube channel. I looked at some of the items. One of them seemed really gimmicky, so I straight up told them, you probably don't want me to review that one because I'm probably not gonna like it, but I'd really like to take a look at that tactical pen. So they shipped this off. It got here about a month ago, and I've been using it, I've been testing it, carrying it, and just really putting it through the paces. The only thing I haven't done with this to really test it out is beat somebody up with it. I don't need to go to jail. So, yeah, I have not beat anybody up with it, but I do think that I can give a fair, honest review and tell you guys a little bit more about this tactical pen. Also, for you guys, they were kind enough to give us a promo code. So if you're interested in this pen, you can pick it up on their website. If you use the promo code CS17, you can get, I think, 15% off and free shipping. So that's pretty freaking cool. So go check out their website. Maybe there's some other stuff on there you're interested in. This is probably one of the better items they have on the website. You can also get this on Amazon. So be sure to check that out. It's, I think, $2 cheaper on Amazon, just on the list price. I will have links to their website and Amazon where you can purchase these in the description down below. So let's get into it. The pen is made of aluminum. It's got a nice finish on it. There's a little bit of texturing, but nothing too aggressive. So, it's not gonna beat your hands up holding it, but you should be able to grip it pretty well. It feels like it's pretty well made so that if you had to strike somebody with it, it's gonna have some force behind it, but it's not super heavy, if that makes any sense. One of the other things I like about it is it has no lettering on it. It doesn't have their logo, and it's just got this black finish. So, as far as, concealability and that type of thing, it's not like super bright like stainless steel sticking out of your pocket. So that's kind of cool. I like that about it. Kind of sticking along with construction, inside the cap there are actually O-rings. So you get this really good fit when you put the cap on, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be somewhat waterproof. So if it's raining out, it's in your pocket, or it's exposed to the rain or anything like that, I don't think you're going to get rain on your pen, which is good. When the tip of your pen gets moist, sometimes it doesn't like to write. You know what I'm saying? Sticking along with that, if you have a Fisher Space Pen, you can write when those are wet, right? Fisher Space Pens are freaking cool. And it's really cool that you can actually replace the cartridge if the cartridge runs out with a Fisher Space Pen cartridge. So that's freaking awesome. I mean, that's been a drawback on a few pens in the past that I've received, is that the Fisher Space Pens didn't fit as a replacement cartridge. This one says on their website, now I haven't tested it, but it says on their website that the Fisher Space Pen fits. So that's awesome. Speaking of the pen works. It writes well. It's nice and refreshing to get a pen, a tactical pen that actually writes well. And I've used it a lot to write with. I've used it for work quite a bit to take notes when I'm on a job site and that type of thing. And I've never had an issue with it as a pen. And if that's its primary purpose, which a tactical pen, the primary purpose is it being a pen, right? That's awesome if it works. So let's get into some of the features. You do get a glass break, which is good. I like that feature. Now, the glass break you can use as it's built to break glass, or you can also use it to hurt somebody. Hit somebody with this glass break, they're gonna feel it. Working our way up here, this I believe is what they call their DNA catcher. On a lot of their literature, sales, and marketing stuff, they say there's a DNA catcher, and I think it's this beveled area. And this would be your primary striking surface if you had to use it in a self-defense method, you would strike here, or pressure point manipulation with it, that type of thing. And trust me, it's gonna leave a mark. I do have an issue with that. It's a minor issue, but we'll get to that in a little bit. The other cool thing about this pen is there's a built-in light right on the end. Isn't that cool? I mean, that's awesome, actually. I think that that's a great feature. I have some issues with this feature, but it's a good feature. I mean, check that out. You twist. Here's where my issue comes. I'm having some problems getting it to activate, and it's highly likely that it's operator error. If you know me, I mean, that's quite a possibility. But I kind of wish it was like a push button activation, or there was a switch in this twist where you just knew, okay, it's supposed to be on now. Oh my gosh. So you can see that that LED is kind of activated. I'm just not hitting the right spot. And part of me thinks I have to be doing something wrong. There we go. Part of me, see? Now this is giving me some of the most problems, and of course while I'm filming is when it gives me the most problems that I've ever had with it. But there you go, it's on. No issues once, well. So a little bit of a problem there. I don't know if I got a defect. I don't know if I'm not working it correctly, but a little bit of a problem with the light. Other than that, I do have another issue with the light, but we'll get into that in just a minute. But kind of a nice feature to have, something that I thought was pretty cool about the pen. You do have a pocket clip for a pocket carry. The clip is pretty good, pretty good clip actually. And it's not super huge, not super obtrusive. One thing about it that I don't like, and we'll get to that in a second. Overall, there are quite a few things I like about this pen, but let's talk about the things I don't like. If the pocket clip was a little bit deeper carry, I'd actually like this pen even more. One little issue, when you're carrying it in your front pocket, it kind of sticks out a little bit. The other issue I have is with the DNA catcher, or this beveled area right here, when you go to reach into your pocket, you collect your own DNA. I've scratched up my knuckles so much reaching for car keys and, just other shit in my pockets. So something to keep in mind. Another thing about it is the light. Beyond the switch issues, I kind of wonder what kind of longevity this bulb is going to have. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's pretty flush with the bevels. So I'm kind of curious, if you were to strike somebody or something hard with it, would that bulb crack or come dislodged, or would there be any issue with the bulb? I kind of wonder if I already have an issue with the bulb, and if that's why that switch, the turning on and off, isn't really working for me super well. But despite all of those minor issues I have, this has actually become my new favorite tactical pen. Believe it or not, I like this over some of the other ones that I've received in some subscription boxes. It just feels good. Feels good in the hand. It's got great weight to it, so it's not too heavy, not too light. You do want some weight behind these. It writes really well. It's Fisher Space Pen compatible. I like the fact that it has a light, and if it were a little bit deeper carry, I would carry it in my pocket more. But the way that I've been using this is actually in my vehicle. I have a MOLLE organizer visor in my truck. So I carry a knife, I carry a flashlight, some markers, some chem lights, just all sorts of stuff up on this visor. And it allows me to keep things nice and organized, things that I would need in case of an emergency. So flashlights, knife, that type of stuff. Now I have that tactical pin up there. I keep that tactical pin there. I use it for work. If I have to get out and walk, like in a crappy neighborhood to inspect a property, I'm able to do that. And I've got the tactical pin with me in case I need to use it for self-defense purpose. I've got a backup flashlight, and I've got a pen. I mean, for goodness sakes, my kids steal my pens all the time, and they know not to touch this one. It stays up in that visor. And in case I ever do get into an accident or drive off the road into the water, You know, I've got the glass break right up here on my visor where I can just pull it right out and utilize it for its intended purposes if I need to. So that's how I've been using it. I did carry it quite a bit. I did kind of, notice that issue with the bevel and the not so deep carry reaching it into my pocket. It does fit good in the pocket, I will give them that. But for 25 bucks, I think this is a great tactical pen. So if you're in the market for a new tactical pen, head over to Under Control Tactical, use that coupon code I mentioned, or go to Amazon, purchase it from there. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you can have it in a couple days. So pretty cool, good stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section down below. If you like the video, click that thumbs up button. If you're new to this channel, check out some of my other videos, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I upload a new video. Thank you guys for watching, and thanks for getting out west with Chris.